Hi everyone. Okay, so I've been struggling to learn how to show everyone like the way I play. Okay, but I learned that it's not easy, so I'm trying to see if I can explain and learn, and so that everybody can play like the way I play and learn how Pickagram works. And I think it's like I thought about how people learn language and how so because Pickagram, for me, Pickagram is like a language, it's a language of creation. And so there's a grammar. So let me show you how you learn, the easiest way to learn Pickagram. Right, so as you know, the origin of Pickagram is 10-gram puzzle. 10-gram puzzle has been around more than 200 years, and then it's a two-dimensional puzzle, and I reimagined it three-dimensionally, implementing golden ratio proportion, and created a volume. So there are 7 solids right here, as you can see. So what I want everyone to start is exploring how they are connecting to each other. Okay, so just pick, let's say, let's find a relationship between the square and then the triangle. Okay, so try to connect them in various locations and try to find out the relationship and understand the logic behind it. As you can see, if I show you closely, look closer. So they are aligned to a point, and it gets separated, and and find it. And as you can see, some parts it's not magnetized. So there's a reason behind it, and there's a logic. But if you just play without thinking and just understand how it connects just by playing with it, you will understand without thinking it too hard. After you understand the logic behind it, and just enjoy these two, switch to other blocks as well, and try to see how it looks in different angles, and and then just flip through and rotate and find new form. For instance, right, if I make a combination like these two, it creates a really clean connections with 2 blocks. And there's another way to do it this way, right? And there's another way to do it this way. Just keep explore, and then let's play with the big one. Okay, as you know, Pickagram is designed with a modular system with a magnet location that makes it you can adjust it incrementally. So as you can see, you can slide it to find its right location. Same thing here as well, right? So keep exploring, with all the blocks, like that, like this, like that, like this. Okay, and then play with other blocks as well, like let's say square and then thicker triangle. You'll find like some interesting relationship between these 2 blocks. Same thing goes with other blocks. Every block talks to themselves, talks to each other. After you make some combinations with 2 blocks, why don't you try with 3 blocks, for instance? Let's say, okay, what kind of relationship can we make with these 3 blocks? You can do something like this, right? And then just rotate and now it looks like a ship, isn't it? So keep exploring new geometry and form and understand the concept behind it. Okay? And then what if I combine with 4 blocks? Let's see what I can make. Okay? Right. And it's starting to get really interesting. As you can, let me just show you what I mean by that. Now, do you see that? They are same. If you see that if you see these 2 blocks from the front view, they look the same, right? Same geometry form, but different combination, right? And then what you can do, you put them together like this, put it like that. You see perfect square from the front view, and then from elevation view, you will see different angle, and it looks aesthetically pleasing because all the corners and the surface meet each other. So this is how you explore. So now you have the square, and then these 2 triangles, right? You can make a triangle like this, but you can also make a square like this as well. So what happens if you combine these 2? You get rectangle, right? From the front view, you get rectangle. But if I rotate it and see it in 3 dimensions, it creates really interesting sculpted form, which I like a lot. And also, there's other interesting ways to explore the form as well. For example, you can do something like this. This is another one that I found interesting. Do you see this? I really like this form. Once you create this form, you will love it. Just take a look at it and just rotate it and see what kind of form you can see, right? And there's another interesting thing with this form. Okay, now let's play with whole block, okay? Let's start with the perfect square, the original form, okay? Right, what you see now is perfect square. Let me turn into something interesting, okay? Right, this is another form that's interesting. As you can see, it's very pleasing to see how blocks are put together and create some kind of a 3D form that's aesthetically pleasing. And this is how you start. You start with the form. You start by understanding the logic behind each block and the connection, how you can connect them in different way, in every different way. And it's also a pleasant experience because there's a magnet, right? It's like a fidgeting. You don't have to be stressed out creating something new, but just by putting them together in various locations, then you will realize that you are onto something. Hopefully this is helpful to understand logic behind Pickagram. Right. And later on, okay, the other thing, okay, I was gonna close out, but I have one more thing to tell you. Pickagram is not limited with just 1 block. What you can do, you can combine 2 blocks, for instance. What if I use 2 blocks to create something creative and new? Okay, this is something that my son created. Let me show you how it looks like. You will start to see something. Okay, let me just show you. Do you see dinosaur? Isn't this amazing? Yes, there's no limit with Pickagram. You can combine 2, 3, you know, or more sets and create something that nobody found out yet. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoy Pickagram. Thank you.